clown virgins, clown virgins. We're getting together to make the world better. Clown virgins, clown virgins. We'll make you laugh and play, we'll take your blues away.
Make a relation with the other characters, with space, with the words, with the objects. This is a character. Every time we see somebody on street and maybe strange, we used to say, "Oh, look, what a character," and that means the way that that person's use their bodies are strange for us, and we put the name character. Unfortunately, they are always a few meters away us, and not very near. But well, the difference with a theatrical character is that is theater, is not real life, is false. And here we can have a very, very, very deep discussion about what is false, what is true, what is light, and what is theater. Because I think, well, things that happen in theater are uh, false, are lies, are true. I ask, are true? You say, no, well, there is not true. These two people are not brothers. They not love each other or they not hate each other. So it's not true. But I say it's a lie. Well, say, no, it's not a lie. And what is it? Well, it's a play. It's a, well, in English, it's the same word. It's a game. It's a play, like a child's plays, but with very special rules. And because the human being is in some orders extraordinary, this became a profession and the way of life. And and inside this strange kind of art, there are characters, and with these characters, we have a clown. But many times during I start to work in or with clowns in the clown world, I don't know, 40, I know, 40 years ago, 41 in 1984. And well, I develop my my way of things, and I have a very uh, mm, hard relationship with the clown workshops, the way that so many people used to talk about clowns in a clown workshop. Uh, like the clown is the child you have inside your there's not I'm not an actor, I'm a clown. There's no difference between the clown and the one who plays the clown. Well, all this for me is not work in the professional life, and and I don't work in sense that uh, it's impossible to understand, to think that that person with a red nose and the hair and dress it in a strange or extravagant way. That person who each step uh, he or she broke 40 plates of very expensive or have a hold in his or her treasures, and this person who falls every times and yes, have a very hard life, it's it's normal to understand that when this person take off the nose and all these characters and well, this uh, goes home and still doing the same. So no, we can take, for example, Charles Chaplin, and we can immediately understand that he was not the same that his character. He was a very rich man, um, film director, composer, owner of his own, which is the name, studies of film company, and father. Well, so many things, but not the stupid and silly and the vagabond he played. So it's the same for us. We are not the character. Um, of course, the character uh, have something from us because there is our body, and well, maybe we have built this character uh, based in some deep things of us, but we are not he or she. Uh, what uh, what happened, for example, if we have to play another character? Well, we have if it's good character, uh, can can came from a good place. We have to write it. No, there's a Othello, for example. We have a play, and so we have to repeat more or less the things that the author said the character do. And if we have Othello, for example, what things you know about Othello from Shakespeare Othello? Even if you are not reading the play, I asking you, you know two things. Tell me what. Offer say yes.
That is an army commander,
Yes,
that he comes from Africa,
yes, and
that that he's married to Desdemona.
yes, and okay, well, thank you, offer. Yes. One more thing, you know about Othello, you hear about him? Yes, Amanda?
It doesn't end well.
Yes, why? What do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't end well?
It doesn't end well for him and his psyche and his how his life plays out.
Uh-huh. Yes. There's a well, yes, there's a word to say that, no? He's jealous. He killed his wife because, well, he really, if you read the play, you can understand he is not jealous. He became, but he do it. So he came from Africa. He's black. He's Moor, and he's jealous, and many things. Okay, well, to be black, well, you can use some kind of makeup, and there's no problem. But how to be jealous? I can ask you, are you jealous? You can say yes, no, more or less, sometimes. But if I tell you now, okay, be jealous, you cannot. Because you can do it. This is false. But if you start to play, to do the things that the author said the character have to do, sooner or later, if the play is are good, this is very good. sooner or later you will arrive to your own experience of jealousy. And this experience of jealousy will be different for each other. Will be different for Offer, than Tam, than Amanda, than George, Eugene, etc. But the play is the same. All of you will be, yes, a great general of the Venetian army. You will marry in secret with the daughter of the rich Venetian commerciant. You will go to the war in Cyprus, and you will hear that somebody you can have not to hear, and you will ask for a handkerchief, and you will kill your wife. This is Othello. But every Othello will be different. For Giancarlo, for Offer, for Nanki, for Tam, for Esther, etc. Because your own experience of jealousy. So what happened with the clown? Okay, the same. Everybody of you can do the scene that the clown enters on stage and put your foot in a banana peel and slip and fall down. This is very, very, very easy to play. You have to practice some time to not in order not to hurt you. But after that, everybody can do it. But the great difficult to play is the moment exactly after the fall. The moment when the character realizes what had happened, his or she on the floor. This moment when your personality breaks, and this moment will be different for each other. From Karen, George, Amanda, Hester, Nova, Hillary, Eugene, etc., 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 etc. Oh, Hillary, I didn't saw you. Hello, thank you to be here. Well, this exactly moment and will cover the whole play, because the play is the same. Enter on stage and sleep and fall down. And with your technique, you have to use your technique first because you don't want to hurt you, and then to give color to this conflict, because the fall down just because there's not really funny. Funny is to see the personality falling down. This little line when the audience can see or perceive the hurt of the character. And this is the for me the real difficult to play on stage. Because if you are in a clown workshop, normal, okay, maybe one day, yes, something happened, and this can happen also. No, I name this when you fall in the clown world doing we don't know what. One day you fall in the clown world, and immediately you want to escape from that world, because we are not in a real life. We are not prepared to be clowns. Real life, since we are very, very child, well, prepare us for be successful and to be, well, to use the things that you have to do as better as possible, spending the less energy as possible. And well, since you are very, very child, everybody tells you don't be silly, don't be clown, etc., etc., etc. So to feel, I think, I'm sure everybody of you in different clown workshops, sometimes you feel you are being ridiculous, and this is a hard feeling, and you have to run. You want to run, and usually you run, and many times other people help you to run. I'm telling you in a clown workshop. That's I think I mean, for example, the other day I was working in a theater school, and I made a, well, there was 5 people on stage facing the partners, the audience, and I say, okay, now give me your right profile. And some people turns to the right, some people turns to the left. And for example, 3, there was 5. 4 turned to the right, and 1 turned to the left. Immediately, the one who turned to the left realized that they made a stupid thing and turned to the right, like the others. So that's when I call you kill the clown. Your brain is faster with their normal life reactions, and immediately you realize you are being stupid and fix it. There was not prepared to understand that this is a gift, and this is the moment when you have to think, okay, I made a mistake. Everybody is laughing at me because I made a stupid thing. Now I think I know how to fix it, but I will make them believe I'm still stupid, and I stay in this mistake. So here the theater start, and it's very difficult. It's too difficult, and immediately there's appears and say, you are wrong, you have to go to the other side, because he or she wants to help the partner. And immediately appears a clown relationship, no? The boss, the one who knows how to do it, and the other, the stupid. But it's very difficult, quite impossible to realize it of all these, and to understand and to do it in an improvisation in a clown workshop. You know it. So for these reasons are another reasons, and so is that I start to work and to write some books in order to help to go beyond, for the ones to do something more, to create something professionally, or, well, yes, professionally, and understanding that when we are talking about theater, we are talking of somebody in order to represent something in front of the other one who are saying it. This is theater. No, we need people in the same room, and some people expecting, saying with expectation, and other one who, with her or his body, create something, poetry. Poiesis is the Greek word, corporal poiesis. What means that? Means that, well, you see pantomimes, no? The one who, you can do it, I think, or you saw it. Well, there's not a wall, but somebody with his or her body can create a reality different that the reality of the theater. To do doing this, I'm sorry, it's very bad, but doing this, you can start to think I'm lost in the middle of a storm with it's cold, and well, there's nothing. It's my body creating a new reality. So this is theater. And with this definition, theater is theater, opera is theater, dance is theater, circus is theater, clown is theater. And this is, I wanted to tell you this in order to understand what we are talking when we are talking about clowns. Do you want to ask or tell something? Hello, Barnaby, are you safe?
Yes, it was just a fire drill. It was a practice, just very badly timed. So I had to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm back. Thank you so much for getting started without me.
Okay, no, well, we were really, really scared about you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, any question, any commentaries, any something? No. Well, I have to.
Yes.
Yes, offer.
Yes. So, in your definition of the clown as a character, what makes the difference between any character and a clown character for you in your
Well, yes. Well, we have to understand. I will. I do it. We have to understand that there's not a box with limits. No. Fortunately, the limits of the theater are, which is the name? In English, we have to say. In Spanish, we have to say porosos. Have
Porous. Porous.
porous.
Porous.
Oh, thank you. It's porous, no? Well, so, but because the clowns live in a comedy, and not every character of a comedy is a clown, and well, everything. But they are, well, we have to accept they are a very simple mind. No, their conflicts are very, very, very simple. He jump a chair and he don't know how to go back. So this is a big problem for a clown. And we can say he is ridiculous, but you will ask me what is ridiculous for you, and I don't know how to explain it. But there's another people who on stage who are ridiculous, and there's no clowns. But always, I love the definition of Philippe Gaulier. The clowns are among us. No, they are horizontals, in difference with the jesters, the buffoons. They are verticals. No, the buffoons are in a line between the heaven and hell. And the clowns are, among others, seems curious normal people. And we have to work with comicity and with laugh. You have to make the audience laugh. A friend of mine called me a few years ago asking me for help because she said, I want to play a clown performance and not to make the audience laugh. Well, and I say, well, I don't know how to do it, but okay, you can count with me. But I think she didn't. She doesn't do it because she never called me talking about this. But okay, we have to make the audience laugh sometimes. And if I go to the theater to the circus and to see a clowns and they don't make me laugh, I will feel bad and probably they have to return my money and that. But once the clown make the audience laugh, in order to think that he or she is a character, I have to say, no, the clowns don't want make the audience laugh. I'm sure that the actor, the actress who play the clown wants to make the audience laugh. And also the writer, the director, the producer, the owner of the theater, the owner of the circus, the audience, everybody wants to make the audience laugh, but not the character. The character wants to do the things that he have to do, or she, to do well, like everybody, like us. So we are prepared for this in real life to be successful. What's happened with the clowns? This is a very important point of the dramaturgy of clowns. Well, he or she is not the good person, the right person to do the things that she or he have to do. And now here appears a very important point, because in the clown dramaturgy, there's a gap, a gasp, no, a gap, no, it's a hole.
A gap.
A gap, yes. Because who decides that Groucho Marx can be the representative of the 5-star hotel in Casablanca? Who put him there? Oh, no, worse. One can think that Groucho Marx can be the president of a nation in the middle of Europe in a very tense moment, in a limit of a war conflict with their neighborhoods. Well, who can put Laurel and Hardy moving a big piano through stairs and to Charles Chaplin be a policeman or everything? There's a we call to the audience to say, okay, you have to accept this, and everybody accepts it. No, it's Coleridge named the suspension of the ¿cómo es? Incredulity, ¿no? Suspensión de la incredulidad. Yes.
Disbelief.
Disbelief, yeah, thank you. Suspension of disbelief. And, well, you put the character in a situation that the character cannot manage it. And you can say, and this, okay, but this happened with every character. Yes, but the clowns have very simple conflicts. I told you, very simple. And during the whole play or the entree or the presentation, you audience will thinking he will cannot do that. Probably he cannot, or probably at the end can do it. But and as every character, the clown is in there will goes in one direction. What that means, there's no other things that to go to do the things that he or she have to do, to change a bulb, for example. No, appears there's on stage there's no too much light, and appears a clown with a stair and a bulb. So the conflict is clear, no? And in that moment, you know he cannot do that, she, because you will know all the gags and all the comicity are building in order to make the clown do stupid and silly things in order to put the bulb in their place. So remember, every gag have the possibility or ask you for the possibility to show something about the character. Remember the example I told you with sleep and fall down. Well, to fall down, or every gag or every joke, well, it's not really interesting. The real interesting and could be funny is what happened after that, and after that, and after that, and after that, and how can the tension can grow up each step that he can or she cannot arrive to the aim. And the aim is very, very, very important. You cannot leave it for tomorrow. Must be now. We are not talking about the unities of a tragedy, of means, because if you imagine you have a long play, not an entree of 10 minutes, so you want to tell that, well, everything's happened in 3 days. Okay, 3 days, but because you need to tell this, the clown needs 3 days to do it, and he cannot stop to eat, to go to the toilet, to nothing without the aim, outside the aim, I think. I say. And here appears a new problem: how to create this grow up, this building, this stair. But first of that, before that, I want to ask you if you want to ask me something before or to say something, because I need to take some water. Okay. Okay. What happened? We have a problem. This is a brother of the offer the question. And we have to tell the story jumping on gags, funny moments, jokes. You are obliged. So you have to build a crescendo and going to a big climax. The climax is the moment when something go to the limit, and after that, after the climax, appears an anticlimax in order to start to build another crescendo to another climax. I don't know if it's clear of you. Do you want to see a picture of this assigned? This is very schematic, huh? I hope to be it's so easy, but okay, it is. Here is the beginning, I think, is 0.0, and you start to go up until the first climax here. Yes. And even after a climax appears an anticlimax. This is in nature. No, you after a breath came a relaxing and start again. So after the anticlimax came another crescendo and another anticlimax and another crescendo to the climax, etc., 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 until the final climax. Eh? In our métier, each climax is a funny moment. It's a gag, it's a joke, or something. And we are talking about this. But in this way, here, okay, you start more or less, well, but then there's a problem with this graphic, because here you can see each anticlimax are a little down than the base, okay, down from the climax, but not arrive to the end, the zero line. And then in the second climax is upper than the first, and the anticlimax is upper and the first anticlimax at etc., etc., etc. Here, the second one is more down than the first one, and the third climax is down from the second one and is at the same level of the first one, and then here they are kicking on the same line, and etc., and there's no crescendo. And if you are one gag here and another here, and then one here and here and here, is like a full dispersion. Or like this, here we cannot see a crescendo, no, because everybody start in the same, every moment start in the same point and dead in the same point. Or here, no, this is very common. You start very good, and in a moment you arrive to a point and you cannot surprise the audience anymore. There's no surprises. Or, well, this is only a good beginning. And after that, you say, bwah, 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 bwah. If you want, I can share you this schema graphics, and this is very schematic, but we have is well, I will many times we focus ourselves in the gags and not in the crescendo. And we don't know how to use the comic great moments also in order to create a crescendo and to tell the story. And this is very, very common. We used to do it because we don't know. And well, for example, in our hospitality, the Buster Keaton movie, you remember he had to travel, I think, from Boston to, I don't know, to the west, and he take a train. And the train is very, very funny, and the whole travel, there are 10 minutes, 8 minutes of film. And the only real interesting in the story that happened on the train is he will meet the girl who falls in love with. But after that, there's one gag and another gag and another gag and another gag, some very, very funny gags. But if after that you take all these gags and take it off, the film is exactly the same. The story is the same. We don't need all these 10 minutes gags to tell the story. Except we need to Buster meet the girl. So, but if you can create the gags in order to tell the story, you and nobody cannot take it off. Because if you take it off, you cannot tell the story. So in order to give you an example of these, I will show you, if you want, another part of the Buster Keaton Our Hospitality film, when she realized, well, okay, he arrived to this new town, and when he was a baby, her mother sent him to the north, the east, because there was a conflict between families. So one family hate the other family, and they kill each other. So in order to put him safe, the mother sent him out. But he came, he made the girl, and he don't know. She also knows, don't. But she is from the family that hate his family. She invites him to her house for dinner. And when he is in the house for the dinner, he realizes this problem, that the father and the two brothers of the girl want to kill him. But the law of the hospitality obliges them to wait. He have to go outside the house. They cannot kill him in the house. So before show the film, I will tell. I have to read the things that he do to in order to stay inside. First, when she say, "Okay, it's time to go," he shake each of his host by the hands to say goodbye, and when he gets to the end of the line and reach to the door, he turns round and shakes hands with each other once again. After that, he takes a step toward the door, but stops and shakes another hands again. He repeats this strategy 2 more times, always looking lost, conveying to the viewer his anxiety and desperation to resolve the conflict. When it seems that there is no choice but to leave, Buster takes his hat off while his hosts are distracted and throw it under the sofa, then pretends to look for it. While everyone is looking for the hat, Buster's dogs finds it and brings it to him. With the others still distracted, Buster threw it back under the sofa, but the dog recovers it again. This time, Buster does not see that the dog has followed him with the hat in his mouth. When he realizes it, he quickly grabs it, but at that moment, just as he is about to throw it under the sofa again, he is seen by his host, who thinks he has finally found it. Caught in this flagrant gesture of throwing the hat under the sofa, he covers it up by showing how clever his dog is and how he can bring him his hat. Which his hat now found, he has no choice but to leave. He heads hesitantly towards the door. Arriving at the door, he turns to see his hosts reaching for the weapons on their pockets. Buster once again demonstrates the prodigious talent of his dog, this time making him jump over his extended leg and through an arc formed by his arm. To make it easier, he sits in a chair next to the door. The dog gets bored of playing and saying that the door is ajar start to go out, but Buster grabs him by the tail and pulls him back in. Still in the chair, he forced the dog to jump through his arms once more. Tired of waiting, one of the dinner guests, the parish priest, oblivious to everything, says goodbye and prepares to leave. When the parish priest and the host open the door, where Buster is still giving direction to his dog, they discover that it's raining torrentially. The master of the house tells the priest not to leave and invites him to stay the night. He accepts. Buster sees them taking the priest upstairs to his bedroom and very decisively grabs his own belongings and follows them up, giving thanks for an invitation he never received. So I will show you this a short moment taken from a little before this. Okay. Okay. Well, there are in only in this the last part of the movie, this uh, example, there are 17 points of tension, dramatical tension, and gags. For me, the very, very difficult and the the work that we have to do is to tell the story through the gags, to use the gags not only to make the audience laugh, but to tell the story. Well, we can talk. We need to talk. Sit down, Torvald. We need to talk. Tell me something. I can start to talk. Some question, interrogation, commentary.
I think you can just, if anyone has a question, just come off mute and
Yep.
just go for it because there's a small group.
Well, no, I don't need a question, some opinion, or we are not to be agree.
So you said that I don't know if purpose was the word you used, but the purpose of the clown is to be funny or to get laughs.
No,
But
wait.
Okay.
The one who plays the clown want to make the audience laugh.
Okay.
The clowns want to do the things that he or she have to do.
Right. Yeah. So what I've noticed that helps me, yeah, and it probably is another way of saying the same thing, is to do the thing, and then if somebody laughs, okay, they laugh, but if they don't laugh, that's okay too, right? It's not going in with expecting whatever the thing it is, like maybe it's opening a pop can or something, that it causes laughter.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes, well, it's your choice. No, you can do everything you want to do. There's no limits. No, that for example, this example of my friend telling me I want to play clown performance and I don't want the audience laugh. I say, well, there's no limits. You can do everything you want. You can so and is if for you it's okay that the audience laugh or not, it's okay. Why not?
mm-hmm.
But yes, Nancy, one moment. But
Oh,
probably,
go ahead.
wait a moment. Probably, if somebody pays you to do it, well, you will have to go to do the things that the ones who pay you want, because
Right.
they pay.
Yeah.
And but well, usually they don't pay us, so can do. Yes, no, this is a very good opportunity to experiment, to go forwards, to expanding extending the horizons, because other ones want can to travel beyond. Well, that's what I think. Yes, Nancy.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Uh, my clown character is very simple-minded. And my question, I worry about that because I wonder if I'm making fun of people, of retarded people, people with low intelligence, by having this character act, simple-minded.
Yeah.
I don't want to make fun of anybody, but this is the way she is.
Yeah. Well, it's a very good commentary because you are see um, the humor sense is correct to say that,
The
Barnaby?
sense of humor.
The sense of humor is, well, is something that you have to work with. But what is the sense of humor? And no, we have five sense that is the way that we perceive the reality or the world, no? Sight, taste, smell, hears, and touching. There's another things, no? Uh, the sense of honor and the sense of humor. So, in order to continue with this definition, sense of humor is a way to perceive the reality. But maybe because that is cultural. So not all the people laugh of the same things. And in your commentary, there's different levels of intelligence, no, or mind, and you have to understand you are from who you are work and what kind of sense of humor they have. Where are you? Mm, mm, Different countries have different sense of humor, and different cultures, and different ages, and different experiences. So, can we laugh? But uh, imagine there's a wedding, and the girl, in a moment that he have to say yes, I accept, say no, 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 I can't, and run away. So, who can laugh of that? Of course, we. But the the boyfriend, can laugh of this? What do you think? Probably not.
Probably not.
No, the family of the girl, the family of the boy, the ones who are there on the church, in a church, the ones who were not invited to the wedding. Yes, you start to smile. Okay, of course, and that means that when if the distance, emotional distance, is from the object of the humor, if your emotional distance is uh, great, is long, you can laugh. If you are involved, you can't. Uh, it's easy to think, to imagine we can laugh of the Christians in the Roman Empire running away from lions in a circus. Well, it could be funny. We can see Monty Python and do it, but we cannot do it with the Jews in the Holocaust because we are very touched with this still, and it's more or less the same. It's a crime of cultures, and so This, what you say, Nancy, well, this is, yes, it's real. And you choose your audience, and or your audience choose you, and well, you have to manage this. You have to understand for whom you are working and what they are expecting of you, from you. That's, I don't know if I answered you, but I told you what I think. What more? Where else? No, where else? No. What more? More things. Yes, Amanda Schofield.
I thank you for everything you said. It gives you a lot to ponder about and think about. I wondered about your sense of the creative process. So, because you showed a nice little graph, and it kind of makes loads of sense. But do you see the, if you like, the director in you creating it, and if I guess it's that kind of difference between the clown in you and the character and the director, and kind of who and how those kind of evolve to create something. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course, but I think yes, of course. Well, every creative process is a chaos, is unhealthy. Your brain is full of stimulations and have no time. No. Well, it's not from 5 to 10. Is well, and it's chaotic. I have to recognize that I don't work with clowns in the last years, except when somebody asks me to do it. And if they pay me, it's better. But and because, well, now my work goes with a mixture of many different styles and things and etc. But in a dramaturgy way, I told you, well, the conflict is very simple for the clowns. Very simple. It's not like to be or not to be. No, it's very simple. To change a bulb, to open a door, and to go to the toilet. Yes. And and so you can think, well, there's a character who have a name, and there's an obstacle, something that he have or she have to avoid to go to the aim. So he want to go to the toilet and the door is closed. It's a conflict. And after that, it's the beginning of one and another and another and another uh, mm, ways to, because okay, he find the door is closed and he look for the key. So, well, it's a way, but the other is mm, to to force the door. Is another way. Usually, for example, I take another example. There's a cat on a tree, and she goes on the street and see the cat, and well, she wants to help the cat to calm down. What do you do for this for the first time? offer?
Call to it?
What?
Call to it? Like try to coax the cat down. The first step would be to call the cat, maybe?
Call the cat. Michi, Michi. Yes, very good. But the cat cannot come. Second time.
Open a can of cat food.
Okay, well, it's a good, it's a good, yes, very good. But you need the can with the food. But could be okay. But you see, the first 2, 3 steps is they are normal. There's not a clowny way to do it. It's normal. Michi, Michi, come on, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, I have food. Then he's see a stair and take it and put it and go up the tree and the stair fall down and now start the clown uh, um, conflict, terrible tal, because the cat jump down and he is up the stair, etc. So there's a name, there's a conflict, and 2 or 3 normal steps to arrive in a real clown uh, way of thing of yes, a way of mm, to think how to arrive to the aim. And of course, don't forgive the life of the clown. For example, imagine there's a clown, an arlequin, an arlequin. Okay, an arlequin. He is very very happy because he is in love with Columbine, and she is in love with him. And that morning they spend the night together, fireworks of love, everything. And he goes to that morning, he goes to the wood outside the village to take flowers for his girlfriend. And he's very happy, proud. He's one with natures and the light of the sun, and he see the butterflies. He sings and takes the flowers full of colors. He have a very nice bouquet of flowers, and and in a moment he see a bird flying over his head. What do you want happen now? What do you want? Absolutely. Yes. That the ¿cómo se dice? Que le cague encima, Barnaby.
Yeah, the bird shits on the head.
Exactly. The bird get shits on um, his head. Everybody wants that. Why? Because the happiness of the character means nothing for us. The audience wants blood. Everybody are waiting for the great moment when this happiness breaks. And in that moment, from that moment, we will see the fight of the character to recover the balance, to go inside the happiness again. But he can't, because the audience wants blood. Probably at the end. At the end. Probably. But many times there's we feel sorry about the character and we save their life. So don't do it. Don't. Yes, one moment offer. So, in order to return to your question, Amanda, I used to think on it, and but the base is a character, a name, and a conflict, an obstacle, and then I don't know. All is in your mind. Everything. So offer.
So in some clowns leave a lot of room for in a set piece to an interaction, to something that appears in the interaction with the audience,
Yes.
to go on tangents, to discover new things inside the set piece, the scene, the play. So how do you incorporate that? How do you go back to the line of story?
Well, it's interesting. In my performances, there's no place to improvise. It's very difficult. If you are alone, probably. If you are two, but more than two, it's very difficult to improvise. There are six people on stage, lights, words, music. Well, so some years ago, I direct and I wrote and I direct a clown performance about around Brecht, Bertolt Brecht play, name it Horatius and Curiasius, and there was six clowns, very good actors, all very good. So, in a moment there was we have different highs, and on the top there was one clown giving a speech, and the other five were back in the audience saying on the floor, saying up. And in a moment, I don't know what happened, that only one person in the audience laughed. You know that moment. No, so and the one who was talking stop, and the five guys the on the floor, they're like this, and they stop, and the five at the same time doing this. And it was amazing. Everybody laughed. Everybody laughed. So I was saying that performance since after 1 month without. So after the performance, I went to the dressing room. I said, "Oh, what moment! It was perfect. Your improvisation." And they told me, "No, we have rehearsed it. We rehearsed it. Now they know how to make one react." And so it was perfect because it seems improvised, but it wasn't. It's very difficult. And in one man show I had clowns without work. Sometimes I improvise it, but because my technician was very good, because he can follow me, because there was a very complex performance with video, songs. I sang music. I play music on stage, but there's another music came in from the technician. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult. And even, of course, you can do it if you want, and you tell me how to return. I don't know. Take care. But well, you can tell to the audience, in order to continue your improvisation, say, "I'm lost. I don't know where I am." To admit your false step. Uh, but well, I don't know. Uh, Any more question? We are near the end. I don't know if we have to end in 2 minutes, absolutely, or
Let's
we
have
can.
one more. Let's have one more question, and then we
Okay,
can wrap
Hillary.
it up.
I just wanted to comment on the question about being insulting to mentally, whatever we call them now, about looking retarded, as we used to say. And I think that the clown, if you're working true to yourself and who you are and your level of intelligence, but from a point of view where you don't know things and you create this clown world where your clown solutions are still smart. You're not acting like an imbecile. You're not acting like a person with any kind of with brain damage or with um what's the proper term right now?
Like a learning disorder or disability.
With learning disabilities,
Mentally
or
challenged.
mentally challenged, intelligently challenged. We're working from ourselves. And I have seen clowns that look like they are mentally challenged. And I personally don't like that. I think
don't like it.
is
Well,
it.
Jerry Lewis at the first time, Jerry Lewis was one like this.
Jerry
Jerry
Lewis,
Lewis
Jerry Lewis is a bit that way. That's right. That's right. And
at the beginning. After that, not. But at the beginning, he was.
it's really not my preference. And I see people acting like little children or like they're mentally disabled, challenged. And that's not clown to me.
No, not even for me.
The clown
Yes,
is
I
you
agree.
at the height of your intelligence, yet making choices that are
Yeah.
other, right?
Yes, I'm agree with you. Yes. But we have to admit that the way to think of the clowns is very simple. It, this is, for example, Charlie River. The conflict was to um, jump on the chair, and after that he don't know how to go on the floor.
Down.
It's very
Sit down.
simple. This is very simple, and but the audience can say, "Isn't it stupid?" But not you. I'm stupid. Laurel and Hardy in the music box, going with the piano on go and back. They are very stupid, and the strategies that they build to in order to put the piano inside the house are terrible. Everybody can say, "Oh, the famous who's in first, Abbott and Costello, um, who's in first is no stupid."
Yeah, stupid, yet it all makes sense.
Exactly. Yes,
There's a logic to it, and we understand the logic when we're watching.
absolutely. Yes.
They're the same, often the same bad choices we would make, the
Yeah.
same difficulties we would have. But I love what you say that we're not out there to try to make people laugh. I mean, the actor is, the person is, but the
Yes,
person is not. The clown is just trying to do their best.
absolutely.
And
Or, for example, one of my favorite examples is Mr. Bean, because he's a bad guy. He's terrible. We can hate him because he see a blind person waiting for the bus, and he goes and put and he tried to go first. He's really is miserable. And it's a very clowny.
yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. We're gonna have to wrap this up, Hernan, because in 10 minutes there's another
Okay.
session. People need a little break. But I
Okay, well, I will thank you. It was an honor to be here. Thank you, Barnaby. Oh, well, you can take my book, Translator for Barnaby King.
Good
If
book. Great
if
book.
you want it, you can buy it on Amazon. And thank you for your heart. And everything. If you think it's not difficult to look for me on internet or asking Barnaby. If you think I can help you in any sense, any sense, any way, anything you need, just do it. And thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for your time, and I wish you the best in your life and in your clown life. Bye bye.
There ain't no place I'd rather be. You're lighter than the sun and the stars to me. Everybody's family at the Clown Virgin.